Hello and welcome to Piano School. If you're watching this video, you've probably had your first lesson today. So we're going to go over everything that you've learned, just in case you've forgotten something, so that you can get a great week of practice in, so to go back and impress your teacher. Okay, so this is the book that you should be learning out of, unless you're doing some trial lessons, which will have a booklet which is exactly the same. What we're going to start with today is our finger numbers. So on page number 3, all our fingers are numbered on piano. So thumbs are number 1, then number 2, and number 3, and number 4, and number 5. So it's pretty easy to remember. Thumbs are always 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll start to see some numbers appearing next to notes later on, and that means to put those fingers on those notes. Over the page to page 5, sitting at the piano. So whenever you sit at the piano, you must always adjust your chair so that you're not sitting too close or too far away. The rule that we look for is that when you're sitting at the piano and you place your hands on the white keys, that your arm should be relatively flat, and then this part of your arm should be relatively straight. So we don't want to be sitting too close where our arms are spread out like this, and we don't want to be sitting too far away where our elbows are straight. So just adjust your chair always. So every time you arrive at the lesson, it's important that you adjust your chair, because the person sitting there before you might be shorter or taller and sitting a different distance away. Over the page to page number 6 now. When we look at the piano keys, you can see that there are some black keys and some white keys. The black keys are grouped in small groups of 2s and 3s. So we start with a group of 2, then 3, then 2, then 3, then 2, then 3, all the way up to the keyboard. So we're now going to find the first note, which is called C. Now C is always next the left-hand side to a group of 2 black notes. So if you find any group of 2 black notes on the piano and go to the left-hand side, the white key is C. C next to a group of 2 black notes, and they all sound the same. They just sound higher or lower. So see if you can find every single C that's on your piano or your keyboard at home. If you forget, there's a diagram here in the book to remind you. So you look for a group of 2, and the white key on the left-hand side is C. The next thing, now that we've found C, is we need to make sure that we place our hands in the right position. So what you want to do is put your thumb on C, and then just rest all the other fingers on each note going up after C. When you put your hand onto the piano, you want to make sure that it's not too low or sitting too high. So it's just like you're sort of trapping a little bubble just in there, just holding it. So just a slight angle down, sitting up nice and straight, remembering not to be too close and too far. When you press the C, you just want to press it lightly, because we don't want the other fingers jumping up in the air like so. So if you do that, if you find that your fingers are jumping up in the air, just press it even softer, and that will help make sure the other fingers don't stick up in the air. So press it nice and softly. Over the page. So our first song is Farmer in the Dell, and we're going to go over that in the next video and explain that. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and you've learned something, and it's reminded you of all the things you've had to learn today. Thank you.